In this episode, Mariah Carey sits down with Jimmy Fallon at night, Gayle King in the morning, and we're getting the Christmas shows on streaming.
So don't end up on the naughty list. Tune in now.
This is the Mariah Report. News, pop culture, and all things Mariah Carey.
Hey, welcome back. I'm Martin Burgess.
And I'm Dan Enriquez.
We have a jam-packed episode for you today. So much has happened in the last week.
Girl, it's time.
It's time.
It's Mariah's season.
This is what she's been doing all year.
Exactly. Now we're seeing it all. So
Exactly.
we have a jam-packed show. So we are going to get right into it. And we just got to keep going.
I know. Okay, I think
Yes.
we should start with the stocking stuffers.
Yes. Absolutely. All the little trinkets and doodads.
Yes.
What Mariah's been up to this week, because there's a lot of little things going on.
I know.
Okay, so where shall we start?
Well, I think what looks cute is that Black Irish box set that's coming out.
Yes. Now, this will be I know it was released last year and we were enjoying it during the holiday season, but I feel like this is the first full season of Black Irish that we're getting,
Yeah.
you know?
Was
And
it
it's
only a year ago?
It was only a year ago,
Gosh.
right?
It feels like at least 3.
Well, that's what a pandemic will do to you.
Yeah.
And daylight savings time. It'll
True.
mess you all up.
True.
But
Gosh.
yeah, it was just a year ago. So now they're releasing sort of like a gift box. A lot of the liquor brands do this kind of stuff where they
Yeah.
put little extra gifts with it. So there's this if you go to your local liquor store where they sell Black Irish, you'll find a gift box that has a cute little mug in it with a butterfly handle. A butterfly wing as a handle. Did you see
Cute.
that?
Yeah, cute. That's a good
That's
gift.
cute.
That's a good
I want
gift for your
one.
friend who's a lamb who already has everything, because worst case scenario, they just toss the mug or give it to someone else, but you get given the Black Irish.
Exactly. And
Mhm.
it comes with a little mini bottle. So you can put it on
Cute.
in your little purse.
Put it in, take it on the go. Take it to work.
So yeah, so a great little stocking stuffer for
Yes.
anybody in the Lamely family or Lamely adjacent.
I
love it.
know. I was telling Dan before the show, these are the perfect things that you give to your work colleague. Can't go wrong.
Mhm. Yes, exactly. And speaking of Black Irish and things of that nature, have you been watching and following the Black Irish Instagram account?
I do follow him, but I don't know if I've been. Why?
No, they be putting up all the drinks. They got an affogato cocktail. They got a hot cocoa cocktail. They all look very delicious. So I was
Ah,
like, all right, these are real cute. So their marketing over there is super cute.
do you speak of their marketing? I have been seeing them do pop up tasting table session
Yes.
kind of things,
Mhm,
and I'm like,
mhm.
hello, where's that? How come we don't
What
get invited?
yes, can I get it?
Like the regular, not us particularly, like everybody, the
Yeah,
lambs, all the lambs,
come on, let us know. Let us have at it.
so we can show up.
Yeah. They're so random with that kind of stuff. I bet it's not even Black Irish that does it. It's probably the liquor distributor who
Ah,
puts those types of things up. But I'm like, let somebody know. I want to
exactly.
go. Come on.
They
Let
should
me
be
get a
doing
little
something
free
around
sample.
the Madison Square Garden shows when everyone's in town.
Ooh. That's exactly what they should be doing.
Has
Giving out
anybody
little samples or you can buy the gift box set here.
at yes,
Yes,
yes.
at the concert.
Has anyone called him? Can someone
Girl,
tell
we
them?
need to call them right now and tell
Yeah.
them how to do their job like we do to
Yes.
Mariah every week. Because I'll tell them.
Yeah, I need it on my calendar invite around the Christmas show time, my Black Irish tasting session.
Yes, absolutely. I'm telling you, the Black Irish is where it's at. It's super good, super
Mhm.
good.
Mhm.
In other little stocking stuffer news, we've been mentioning it before. The Walmart um, little trinkets and doodads. What are they called?
Box set, I guess? Gift
Box
box
set of
set?
Bath and Body sort of treats. They
Exactly.
are they're out there in Walmart now, officially.
Officially, because okay, so when I first saw the first photo or photos of it, it was sort of, on an angle, I didn't get a good look, but now that I'm seeing what's in them, actually in them, I'm like, "Oh, this actually looks really cute."
Yes, yes, and Mariah was talking about them, at the TodayShow.com. She did, like, a little interview about the new little products, and apparently there's one called Cashmere of some sort,
Yes.
and she says that's her favorite. So I'm gonna take, her advice, and when I go to Walmart, that's what I'm picking up,
Mm-hmm.
because just like with Black Irish, Mariah said her favorite is the salted caramel, and lo and behold, it's mine too. Who woulda thought?
Yes. But you know what? So I actually like went on a adventure this past weekend, and the whole story is over on Patreon if you want to hear that story. But so I was in some people's houses, some relatives' houses,
Some
and
people.
yeah, some relatives' houses. They had the Christmassy hand soaps and candles. Like people do that
Oh, it
at
very much
Christmas.
is. It very much is.
So you
You
want to
know
be getting the Mariah Carey version and flip your bathroom to make it
yeah,
festive.
because they got hand creams, they got bath bombs, they got
Yes.
candles,
Yes,
all
yes.
that kinda good stuff.
I
I
was
need a new candle.
You need to have a good foam soap, hand soap in your bathroom and a good candle
Mhm.
just to, decorate it up.
Yes, yes, and a beautiful Christmas scent.
Yes.
So we love that. I
I'm
love it.
down. I'm down. I wanna get
Yeah,
some.
I'm going to Walmart one of these days. Imma go to Walmart and get that. I really am.
Uh-huh. And
Um,
again, perfect gift for the office colleague, to give to that friend, to the neighbor. Get to get a whole
anyone on your
bunch.
list. Anyone and
Yes.
everyone.
Yeah.
Um, and in other merchandise news, there's a lot of merch going on here. Mariah's really making us come out of our pockets.
Christmas time.
Um, we did mention, I believe, last week that there's new Christmas merchandise, like onesies and stuff like that. There's also
Yes.
the Fall in Love at Christmas vinyl.
Uh-huh.
But Urban Outfitters, who Mariah has been doing a lot of vinyl releases with, is doing on November 11th this weekend, um, online only, I believe, a release of the Heartbreaker single on vinyl, Hot Pink.
In pink. It looks cute.
It does look cute, and I love that.
Yeah.
I love that cover, so I think I need it.
Uh-huh. It looks
As long as
good.
it's reasonably priced.
Yeah. Do we know the price yet?
No, I don't know. I'm sure you can find it online already, but, yeah, we'll find out.
But yay, more
It comes
vinyls.
out now it's out now, or it's out I think it's, 1 day only,
Oh, really?
I think.
Gosh.
I don't know. I hope it doesn't sell out. 'Cause, girl, we've been having too many sellout moments recently. I just can't handle them anymore.
I know. Did we ever get to the bottom of the butterfly box?
Oh, that's it. That's all we're getting. No
That
more.
was
We're
it.
done. Yeah,
Yeah. The
that's
whole
it.
butterfly 25 is done.
Unfortunately.
I know.
But it was good while it lasted, honey.
That was good. See you at butterfly 26.
Exactly. Right.
Yeah.
But let's put a pin in it because when those merchandise boxes go out, like the butterfly vinyl boxes, like I cannot wait to see what they look like inside. I'm sure the
Mhm.
lambs are going to be posting all the pictures and everything of
Mhm.
the booklets and all that kind of stuff. So that will be coming out, I think, in March.
Mhm.
So we'll definitely keep an eye out on those
Yes, for
because
sure,
that's
for
going to
sure.
be delicious.
I know. Well, speaking of anniversary situations, so people did notice on YouTube that a couple of the memoirs videos are getting re-uploaded in HD, possibly 4K or HD with TBD which version.
They'll probably start with the HD and go to the 4K,
Uh-huh.
one step
Right.
at a time.
Exactly, exactly. But then that sparked rumors, is MC30 back? Are we getting into the memoirs era with MC30 because it did get
Mm-mm.
neglected?
Yes, it did. Yes, it did.
MC30 did disappear.
That's when it all stopped, right?
Basically, yeah.
Maybe we're getting something. We'll see.
Mhm.
I was telling you last week that I was watching The Roof in 4K, and
Oh,
it's
yeah, yeah.
glorious.
Is it?
Now, here's the thing, though. I was watching it in 4K, but like and then Mariah did a post on it on her socials about it being in 4K. I was like, girl, that was like a week ago. That's been out, girl. You're just now letting the folks know, girl. You're late.
Maybe you gotta check it to make sure it works.
Yeah, I mean, it works because I definitely could tell, a difference, so but anyways, it's out, and it's good, and it's fabulous, and I love it, and I've watched it, like, 10 times.
See, right now I'm on the road technically, so I don't have my good TV. I just have my laptop, so it doesn't make a
Mm,
difference what
it
kind of
doesn't make a
K it's
difference,
in.
right?
Yeah.
Yep. Honey, it could be in 0K, honey, it's still the
Yeah.
same. It
Exactly.
is still the same. But other little 4K type news is All I Want for Christmas Is You is in Dolby Atmos now.
Oh,
Not the album, but just the song from the original Merry Christmas.
just the
So
song.
yeah, just the song.
Interesting.
Just the song. Now, of course, I've listened to it, in the Dolby Atmos, and I think it's good. I think I'm getting the understanding of what Dolby Atmos really does. I think
I did an investigation.
the more that I'm listening to it, I'm like, "Okay, I see." It really just, like it adds, like, an airiness to it, not an airiness, that's maybe the wrong way, but I can hear the layers of things much more clearer. Like,
Mm.
there's sound there,
But what it's
there's
supposed to
space
do.
or something.
Well, let's like think back. Do you remember like early 2000s? It became all the rage to have in your house the Dolby surround sound system for your television, and you'd
Mhm.
have the
Mm.
subwoofer and then the speakers at the back of the room near the TV, the big things, and it was supposed to create this like
Yes.
cinema like sound quality in your house. Reference like think imagining that. So they're doing with these Dolby uploads, or what do you call it? Dolby Atmos.
Atmos, yeah.
You're supposed to have more than one speaker to really experience it. So I think ideally what you want is to be in a four speaker situation, and it's supposed to create like a surround sound experience around you,
Oh.
like a 3D experience.
Uh-huh.
Like it apparently it
Well,
doesn't work on a single speaker. Like you need to have more than one speaker. And then if you have more than two speakers, you're getting the full experience of it.
okay. Well, I'm just using my Bose like, when you go to apple.com and you
Mm.
look at, like, their Dolby Atmos page,
Mhm.
it tells you what you can listen to it on.
Mhm.
And so my headphones, I can listen to it on, and I do hear a difference, but I bet now that you're saying that, if I had, like, one of those surround sound systems, I'd
Mhm.
be hearing it even better than when I hear it in my headphones.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Well, we love that, and it's fabulous, and it
Right.
just makes things a little crisper and more clear in a lot of ways. Like, you can hear the background vocals, you can hear, like, it's almost like each track is it stands out.
Mhm.
Nothing is muffled or muddled.
Mhm.
It's very sort of crisp,
Well,
and
I
you
think
can
that's a
hear a lot.
that might be a good question for the listeners. Like, has anybody listened to it with more than two speakers?
Yeah. How do y'all listen to your
What does it
Dolby
sound like?
Atmos? Let us know.
Exactly.
Just so
Exactly.
we, have another thing. But speaking of Christmas, now it has been, I guess, maybe like a full week or so since the Christmas Princess has been out.
Mhm.
And the Christmas Princess, of course, number one over there on the children's books on Amazon.com.
Yay.
Yes, it was originally like at number one on some other list, but now it's like the overall children's book.
Okay.
So everybody's been buying. I want to get mine. I'm gonna get mine.
I want to get it in real life at the shop.
Yeah. Yeah, that's why I don't wanna order it online, I wanna get it, like, in person and stuff, but,
Mhm.
I'll get it when I go out to Walmart, and I'll find a bookstore
And get your
on my
soaps
on my trip.
and candles. Uh-huh.
Yes,
Um,
get all my Mariah stuff at once.
do we know if it's on the New York Times yet? How long do we have to wait for that? A week? Or
Maybe.
Sunday? Does it come out on Sunday, the New York
I
Times
I think so. I think so.
book? I think it is. Keep
Yes.
an eye out for that
Yes.
list.
We'll keep everyone up to date and make sure we're not missing anything, because it's also a bestseller on the Barnes& and Noble website as well.
Okay, that's good.
So that's good. That's good to
Yes.
know. All kinds
Yes.
of number ones here. Mariah's very used to them.
Sticking with the Christmas theme. So Mariah Carey Australia on their Twitter page posted a quote from Dolly Parton,
Oh,
um,
yes.
saying, Dolly said, now, I think like the interviewer asked Dolly um, if she's the queen of Christmas. Because Dolly's also very festive, very in the same lane as Mariah. Loves the butterfly motif.
Very much so. Now, if you're of someone of, like, maybe our age, at
Mm-hmm.
least here in America, Dolly Parton every year would have a Christmas special on television,
Mm.
like, back in the '80s.
Mm-hmm.
It would always be, like, Dolly and her family, and you'd meet, like, all her sisters and brothers. She has, like, 5,000 of them, and
Mm-hmm.
they'd sing Christmas carols and stuff, so she was very Christmassy always.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So Dolly said, an interviewer asked her if she was the Queen of Christmas. It's the hot topic right now. Who is the Queen of Christmas? And so
Yes.
Dolly replied saying, "Now, don't say that. I'm not going to compete with Mariah. I love her. You think of Christmas, you think of Mariah Carey. Happy to be second in line to her." That was the quote.
Yes. Yes.
And then Mariah replied to Dolly, or tweeted a response saying, "Dolly, let's settle this one." Because, last time it turned into a feud.
A debacle.
Yes. Dolly, let's settle this one. You are the queen of everything, the queen of the world, the queen of Christmas, the queen of mine. Love you. Heart emojis.
Oh my god, I love that.
I'm down for a Mariah Dolly collab.
Oh my god, it would be amazing.
Even a songwriting collab because they're both good with the pen.
Very good, very
Mm-hmm.
good. And
Mm-hmm.
Dolly was just inducted into the, Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
Yeah, she was.
Yes, so shout out to her.
Yes.
All the love to Dolly, like, come
Dolly,
on.
Dolly's good. We love
Yes,
Dolly.
and Dolly loves Mariah because she also has Mariah's, perfumes on her, like, at the Dollywood, like, you can go see, like, her trailer or her tour bus,
Oh yeah.
and she's all the butterflies and everything. She's all that kinda good stuff.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh. What was I gonna say about Dolly? No, we love Dolly. Dolly's great.
That's it. Eno
Yeah.
enough said, enough said.
Yeah. Exactly.
Say less, say less. It's not like Dolly's not gonna come out here swinging like Darlene
Mhm.
Love or Martha Stewart.
Exactly. I know. Oh my
Dolly
gosh.
Parton knows, and she's civilized. She's a sweetheart. She's a sweetheart.
Oh, which by the way, so with the Martha Stewart feud from last week, apparently Snoop chimed in saying like, "Oh, what's the address?" Just for Thanksgiving.
Yes, because he'll bring the wine or something,
Oh yeah.
or
Oh,
he'll bring things.
that's who Mariah should be talking to because Snoop and Martha have that wine collection out
Yes,
that's
you see
in the
him in
Trader
all the
Joe's
stores,
everywhere.
everywhere. Yeah.
That's what I've
Mhm,
been begging Mariah to be doing. That's what
mhm.
I'd be buying on the weekly.
Yes, yes.
So she should
Well,
go
we're
to Martha's house
maybe they can collab. Maybe
and
they
talk
can introduce,
business.
yes, introduce to some business prospects there.
I know.
Um, but anyways, um, it's always a moment for a good self plug here. So if you are not supporting the Mariah Report, you can always go to patreon.com/the Mariah Report and sign up to be a supporter of the show.
Yeah, it makes a huge difference. It really helps us out. And if you want to support the show for free, you can do that by hitting subscribe on your podcast app or follow on the podcast app on Apple Podcast or your Spotify app. And then while you're there as well, hit the 5 stars and you can do it more than once. So if you've done it one time, go back right now. Just go check it out while you're
Do it.
listening to this.
Do it.
Hit
Do
it
it.
again.
Boom. Boom.
And you know what? I'm guilty of not following the Mariah
Wow.
Report because it was popping up on my it was like comes up on my
Excuse
Spotify.
me.
I know. And then I clicked on it and I was like, oh shoot, I'm not following it. So just go double check. Make sure you're following it, please.
Yes.
That really
Just in
helps the show
case.
grow, helps us a lot on this end. Um,
Exactly.
so thank you for that. And then you can
Yeah.
also find links in the description, episode descriptions, etc. Okay, so I have a story to tell.
Okay.
So, I was away for the weekend. That whole story is on Patreon. If you want to hear that story, the whole ancestry.com
Oh,
family
honey, yeah.
reunion happened.
All of it.
And so I got back. I'm like, I'm out of my routine. So I'm falling behind in some stuff. And so I'm catching up on work. Got to the gym late on like, I think it was Monday or Tuesday. I go work out. I'm walking home. I walk past Lincoln Center. I see this all kinds of commotion. I see lights, camera, action, people in suits, red carpets,
Oh,
mayhem. Some sort of Christmas movie is getting released. And I'm like, oh, that's cute, whatever. Keep going home, minding my own
uh,
business. The next day, Mariah
uh,
Carey is at Lincoln Center at the movie premiere for Spirited.
Get out of here.
She was right
Or
there.
you didn't even know.
I just walked right by her.
No.
I know.
Oh my God, I would have been so devastated.
I just had no idea.
No, I don't think anybody had any idea.
No.
No, this is what see, when Mariah's in New York, she's always popping out,
I know, I know.
unexpected, and we're not
Yes.
prepared for moments like these.
I
She was
know.
right there.
Literally walked by.
Oh my God. I mean, there was no way you would have known. None of us knew. I'm so sorry. That's devastating.
I know.
I'm serious.
Yeah.
I'm serious. I'm heartbroken.
Imagine what would I have done if I walked by and it was like the red carpet moment where she's on the red carpet? I would have been like, "What's happening?"
Died.
Would have died.
It would have died. Like, that's so crazy.
I would have tried to sneak in with my gym clothes on.
Oh, they would have let you, sure, of course.
Anyway, so she was here in New York, out and about again in the streets. Again, I'm telling you, the New York Mariah is the best.
Fabulous. We love it.
That Atlanta house, just burn it down. Get the insurance
Yeah,
money.
we'll take everything out first. Make sure the butterfly lounge is fully,
Preserved. Okay, so she's at Spirited. What is Spirited? I don't know. Some Christmas movie coming out soon on Apple TV.
Right. The only thing I can tell you that I know is that but then when I find out who's in it, I understand why Mariah was there.
Mm-hmm.
It's just not an Apple TV movie, but, Will Ferrell,
Uh-huh.
Octavia Spencer,
Big
and
names.
who else?
That's what I caught. Those two.
Who's the guy who plays Elf in Elf? One of Mariah's favorite movies.
Will Ferrell.
Oh, that's Will Ferrell?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Then there's some other guy.
Well,
This shows you what I know. I don't know anything, but there's another guy that we know who's famous, who's also in the movie. And I was like, "Oh, no wonder Mariah went to see that movie." She
oh.
likes them.
Um, well, I think the guy who wrote it. So the guy who wrote it posted a video. I don't know his name. Posted a video with him and Mariah and Octavia Spencer. Did you see that video?
Okay, yes, I did see that video.
And
Okay.
then he's trying to tell this story about how he was in 6th grade and wrote a paper about Mariah's music, and Mariah kept interrupting him and cutting him
She was
off.
like, "I'm not having it.
Yes.
I don't wanna hear it." It was a funny little video, actually.
But apparently he wrote like La La Land and a bunch of other stuff.
Yes, and now let's
I'm
get into
forgetting.
that. Let's get into who that guy is.
Yeah.
So I know who that guy is, because a friend of mine knew him in New York, but I don't know him. Like, I never met him. I just know of him.
Ah.
But we all know him. He didn't write the movie. He wrote the music to the movie. He also wrote the music for La La Land. He wrote the music for The Greatest Showman,
Oh.
which
Oh
is the
no.
song that beat
Trauma
Mariah for the Golden Globe.
at the
So
start.
that's why Mariah wasn't having none of his little 6th grade story. She's like, "Bitch, you stole
Uh-huh.
my Golden Globe. Get out of my face."
This is true.
He's the one who writes all the music. He's like one of
Okay.
the biggest writers, and he wins all the Oscars, all the, Golden Globes, all the everything, but he's the one who beat her for the Golden Globe when The Star came out.
Okay, now we don't like him.
No, we don't. I'm sure he's a lovely man.
But how dare he?
But how dare he? How dare he? But he has always been a Mariah fan. So, he is a lamb, and all these writing skills that he has that are winning him all these awards,
Mhm.
he probably owes to Mariah Carey because he's been listening to her music his whole life. So
Mhm.
there you have
Exactly.
it.
I
So
don't
without
have
Mariah, there would be no Ben or whatever his name is,
Uh-huh.
and he wouldn't have been writing any of these songs. So again, it all boils down to Mariah inspiring everyone.
Exactly. And then losing out on her Golden
Yes.
Globe.
But yeah, so that was interesting to see that interaction. There were a couple of interesting photos as well. Like, there's one photo of Mariah and that guy. I think his name is Ben. I don't know how to pronounce his last name, so I won't try it. Where she like looks like really surprised to see him,
Mhm.
and like telling her a story and stuff. So like they had other encounters during that night, which is great and fine. I'm sure they're friends and whatnot. But also another interesting encounter from that night, I think afterwards, was Mariah. at dinner with Brian,
Mm-hmm.
and she's taking pictures with Lil Durk.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I don't know what Lil Durk is, who Lil Durk is, what Lil Durk be doing.
Mm-hmm.
But everybody online, especially, the Twitter, everybody's like, oh my God, like a collab between those two. I can't believe they were having dinner together, blah,
Mm-hmm.
blah, blah, this and that. And I'm like, girl, look at that photo.
Mm-hmm.
That photo, they're not having dinner together. There's no place setting for that man. He sat down to take a photo with Mariah. They did not have dinner together. That
Mm.
man's half hanging off the side of the banquette, okay?
Uh-huh.
They're not having dinner together. That was Mariah and Brian having dinner together.
Well, he has a big song out right now called "Laugh Now, Cry Later" with Drake. That's the big one.
Apparently, because I work with a lot of young folks sometimes, and one day I walked into the work and they were playing this music, and I was like, "Oh, who was this?" And the girl was like, "Oh, this Lil Durk," and I thought she said Little Dirt. So so I'm walking around all day long like, who the hell is Lil Dirt? To everybody. And nobody knows who Lil Dirt is.
Oh no.
Then I kept saying it to her, and she's like, "Why you keep calling him Lil Dirt?" And I was like, "Girl, you told me that's what his name is."
Oh no.
And she's like, "No, Lil Durk. Dirk, Durk." And I was like, "Girl, Dirk, Dirt, whatever. It all sounds the same."
Oh no.
That's how I learned who Lil Durk is.
Gotcha.
That's all I know.
He's got pops. They're on the streaming. Check it out.
He's
But again,
somebody.
it caused the collab rumor.
As usual, but
I
I'm
got no feelings about it.
not interested.
Well, I mean,
Basi
I don't know. Yeah.
What I am interested in though is The Crown.
That was cute. That whole
That
moment.
First of all, I've watched like season 1 of The Crown and stuff like that, and I just watched this fabulous documentary on HBO about Princess Diana. Oh, I love a Princess Diana documentary, don't get me wrong.
Mhm.
But now I'm real excited to like watch The Crown. I know Mariah loves The Crown, but now they're getting into like the nitty-gritty of the Charles and Diana saga of it all.
And that
So
was
I'm like,
going down in the 90s.
yes. It was scandalous.
Mm-hmm.
You had Mariah over here, number ones, but then all the other news was Diana and Charles. It was Mariah, Diana, Charles, Mariah, Diana, Charles.
Yeah, yeah.
It was everything.
And now it's basically a documentary of.
Yeah.
Okay, well, here I was more fascinated with the whole, like, yay for Mariah getting her song in The Crown, because we know that she's a big fan of it. She would get the promo boxes from Netflix and do
Yes.
videos.
And of
And
course, I'm sure they paid her a pretty little penny, and she had to like check the box and say, yes, you can use my song.
exactly. I was more interested in what the room looks like now, the movie room. The
Exactly.
furniture's all gone.
Exactly. Or I think they maybe they just like rearranged it for this particular moment. Who
But do you
knows? I
remember,
don't
like,
know.
she did mention she was renovating the New York apartment? So in my mind, they just sort of like cleaned it out a little bit.
Yeah, but that's the same couch or
Same
same
couch.
part of the couch. I think that's like a big old sectional, so like you
It
can move things
was.
around. So
True,
maybe they
true.
just reorganized it. Because also that popcorn machine that's in the photo
That's still
is
there.
now by the front door when it used to be in the little kitchen.
Ah.
So girl, I was looking too. I was like, I don't care what Mariah's watching.
I
I'm
know.
looking.
I was looking
What is
around.
she got on her side table?
Now, was the side table new? Is that new furniture?
I don't I don't think so, because
I thought it looked new to me.
I feel like maybe we've seen it somewhere else.
And is the fish tank gone?
Right? I'm like, I'm like, did they put okay, because that's what I was thinking. First of all, can we explain to the people what exactly is going on here? Well, okay, so Mariah's watching The Crown. She makes this. She's like, "Oh, I'm so excited! My song is in The Crown." But then she posts these Instagram social media photos and a little video of her lounging on the couch with a side
Yes.
table, sipping tea while wearing a beautiful crown,
Mm-hmm.
because she is the crown queen.
Luxuriating. Yes.
That's how she luxuriates every night. So she's doing this is her in her natural environment.
Watching TV.
Now, if you are a longtime lamb or hardcore lamb that have seen the Cribs episode, Mariah has the big screen over here on one side, and that's playing The Crown. And then she has a screen over here on the wall. So she got 2 screens. Already I'm confused. So the little screen is like a regular TV, but from my understanding of the layout of Mariah Carey's New York City penthouse apartment,
In
which,
Tribeca.
in Tribeca, which I have thoroughly studied,
Yes.
that is where the fish tank was. So now there's a TV there.
Yeah, the fish tanks are high maintenance, especially a big one.
Yes, with tropical fish.
Too much work. And she was never there.
Yeah, and she's never there. So you think they removed the fish tank and put a TV there? Or do you think the fish tank is still there? It's just over to the side and we can't see it in these photos.
Oh, good question. I mean, it could. I don't know. Did it get removed in the renovation?
Well, all I know is those fish that she had 20 years ago are no longer with us.
For sure. Yes.
I don't think tropical fish live that long.
Exactly. But also, maybe it's just emptied and they pull down the screen to cover it up.
But if you look, like, that's not a pull down screen, it's a television.
No, the big screen.
The pull down screen has always been at the front.
Oh, are you saying where the television is was where the fish tank was?
Yes.
Oh, then they took that shit out.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's all I needed to know. Yeah, the screen in the front is the pull down projector. And the screen over to the side, that's a television screen.
Yeah, we don't need a fish tank in the house.
We don't need a fish. Who needs a fish tank, honey? That's too much.
Yeah.
I mean, it's gorgeous, it's cute, we love it, but
They were trendy back then.
yeah, they sort of were.
Mm-hmm.
I dated this guy once with a fish tank, a tropical fish tank like that. It was very high maintenance.
Oh, when I worked at the CD store, it was called Fish Records. That was the name of the CD store. And they installed this enormous fish tank. Way too much maintenance. You had to
I thought you were
wipe the glass, feed the
God.
fish.
Oh,
A
all
man had
that.
to come actually and maintain it.
Oh, yes. Those need like regular maintenance.
Yeah.
I thought you were going to say that people came there to buy fish thinking it was a fish store.
No.
Okay.
But we had a tank.
At least
Tanks
they
were
weren't
in.
doing that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Tanks were in back in the day.
Thanks for in. We love it. But yeah, that was a little crown moment and a little peek inside Mariah's mermaid room. So we loved it. Very cute.
Oh, is that what it was called? The mermaid room?
Yeah.
With the fish tank. Okay, makes sense.
Yeah. All underwater themed.
That's right.
Blues, blah, blah, blah.
Well, I liked the color palette that was going on, the creams and beiges, the neutral tones, and the gold accents.
Super cute. I love it.
Lovely.
I want to go hang out there.
Mm-hmm.
And then we'll go to the Moroccan room at night.
Mm-hmm. To lounge
Okay.
over there. Okay.
Now we got to get down to Mariah on the television screen. She's been all over the television screen, and I love it this week.
I know. So she was on Jimmy Fallon. She made an appearance. She did an interview, a sit-down interview. The first one since, what's the other Jimmy called? What's his name? James Corden.
Oh, James Corden.
Yes.
Why they all got the same name?
It's just how you get the job. You got to be called Jimmy or James, and you got to be
all gonna have the same. Yeah.
Yeah. You got to be a certain skin tone with the name James or Jimmy, and you got the job.
Okay. Well, now I never thought of that, but now I'm like, okay, 2 of y'all got to go.
All of them got to go.
Okay, well, but I like Mariah and Jimmy.
Jimmy Fallon?
Yeah, because they sing sometimes.
They've had cute moments, but I find all of them boring as hell.
Well, duh. We know that. But if you had to pick one to stay.
Oh, pick one to stay? Jimmy. Oh, God, that's tough. I guess Jimmy Fallon, sure.
Jimmy Fallon, because she did the good moments with Jimmy Fallon.
She did. All right, he wins.
All I Want for Christmas and the Art of Letting Go moments.
He wins.
Okay. He wins. And then this time they did a bedtime. I don't know what they were doing in bed.
It was a bunk bed.
A bunk bed skit.
Kid themed.
Yeah. Well, for the Christmas book. Where should we start talking about Jimmy Fallon? Because I immediately want to go to the fashions.
Well, okay, what we didn't talk about this whole episode were all the fashions.
You exactly. There's a lot of fashion this week, and
Yes.
I'm loving all of it.
Everything's
All
good.
of it.
The
All of it.
pants at the Spirited premiere
Oh my god, yes. Oh my god, with, like, a see-through top.
and the leopard jacket.
Oh my
Jacket.
god,
That
gorgeous.
was a good look.
She was also out spotted on the street, I think, going to Jimmy Fallon, in, like, a little, like, mini dress short ensemble or something
Mhm.
with Brian, who was wearing a Butterfly 25 T-shirt.
Mhm. Must have been laundry day. He had to
Uh,
he had to get the merch.
Girl, he don't need to wear a shirt, okay? Um, so she was looking fabulous there. She was
Mhm.
looking fabulous, at the Spirited. She was looking fabulous on Jimmy Fallon, okay?
Mhm.
Hold on a minute. Let's talk
Mhm.
about this dress. That dress was
That was
gorgeous.
a good dress.
It was all kind of this, that, and the other,
Good
and cut out.
good cutout moments, yes.
Ugh, it was a McQueen dress.
Oh, is that what it was?
Yes, Alexander McQueen.
Interesting.
Rich, very
Yes.
rich,
Uh-huh, uh-huh.
gorgeous, and that's the other thing, I think also because she's giving me a lot all these looks, she's bringing me back to American Idol days
It is definitely that.
because she was wearing a lot of Alexander McQueen for American Idol, and here she is wearing some more, and I was like, "This dress on Jimmy Fallon is one of her best fashion moments in the past few years."
Mhm.
I'm gonna go ahead and say it because it's gorgeous.
Well, remember the Jimmy what's his name? It's not Jimmy. James
James.
Corden interview? Not a
Mhm.
great dress. Oh, because you remember, like, she was in that Dolce& and Gabbana phase, and they weren't so great, those
Yeah, I mean,
dresses.
like, sometimes, like, it's cute sometimes,
The
but, like
the, um, the the fashion moment in Europe, that was a great
yeah,
look,
that was a great look.
but the James Corden looks not so great.
Not so great.
But now we're in the great era
We're in the great era. We are
right now.
in the great era, and
Whatever's
I
happening right now needs to everyone stick to their job. Do
yes,
whatever you're doing.
and I think that is some of the big breaking news that we need to report immediately is
Uh-huh.
that her styling team has slightly changed.
Changed or gone back to the original?
Well, going back first of all, to me, the original is like, Billy B, and I don't know who was doing her hair, but, like, that's, like, early '90s Mariah. But then, like, the longtime team, like, through the late '90s, early 2000s were, like, Christopher Buckle
Mhm.
and Roque with the hair.
Mhm.
But then, like, early, like, 2010, 11, 12, 13-ish, those types of things, we've gone back to those moments
Mhm. The
with
American
that
Idol days.
the American Idol days. Yes, yes. So, here we have it. We have Christopher Buckle on makeup,
Yes.
gorgeous as always. We have, who is
Danielle
on hair?
Priano
Danielle Priano is on hair right now.
is back. Now, if you recall, we haven't seen Danielle Priano since Mariah's World days slash a
Yes.
not great era that we try to forget.
Very questionable moments,
Uh-huh.
but we've moved on.
We moved on.
And here
But she
Danielle is
moved on
back.
too.
Yes, oh, she's been out there working. She's been doing the thing. She's been slaying all the hair for
Right.
all the girls.
But now she's back.
Um, Now she is back. And the hair's been looking phenomenal,
Mhm.
phenomenal all around. Love
Mhm.
it.
Mhm.
Cute, natural, wavy, love it.
Right. And
Um,
Danielle also did the good hair that we like, the hashtag beautiful era hair. The good
mhm.
beachy wave.
Yes, yes, absolutely. She did a lot of good hair, a lot of
Mhm.
good hair. And then now we have a new stylist. Well, we've gone back to our previous stylist from back in the day,
Mm.
Wilfredo Rosardo.
Mhm.
Now
Mhm.
he's also a jewelry designer, so he's all over there in the jewelry industry.
Mhm.
So that's why Mariah's been got all the gold, all the diamonds, all the baubles, all the jewels.
Right.
They're looking
Interesting pieces.
phenomenal. Interesting pieces.
Yes.
Like in Jimmy Fallon when she's on, the bed, the little bunk bed, and she's in the red robe, she has those beautiful emerald earrings.
Mhm.
Stunning, gorgeous,
Mhm.
love it.
Mhm.
Everything. So
Mhm.
he's doing the clothes and the jewelry. Danielle's on hair. Christopher Buckle is on makeup. No more work.
The dream team is back.
Done. Done. Phenomenal.
Again, sign everybody up. We're sealing the deal. We're
Boom, boom,
getting
boom.
okay. See, here's the thing: like when she's got this team assembled and doing this much stuff, this is when something is coming.
Yes. Well, we're in the
We're
coming. This is
in,
what's coming.
we're in it. It's coming. It's
This
coming.
is
Okay.
it. This is it.
Okay. So the
But
sit down interview was
but
cute with Jimmy.
but what I'm also gonna say
Oh,
very quickly, I'm very excited to see what they're gonna do for the Christmas shows, but
oh
we'll talk about that because
yes,
the ensembles gotta be there, and I think they're
exactly.
gonna be there, but we'll talk about that in a minute.
In a
So,
minute.
Jimmy Fallon.
Jimmy Fallon. Okay, great, fun interview. Different than the different than the James Corden interview that we had a couple last year. Whole new vibe. Mariah seemed like she was in great spirits, talkative, fun.
Mhm.
She was there to
Yes.
promote the book, obviously. So we sort of heard these stories before about the book, um, and she gave us like a dramatic reading of the book.
Oh my god, it was so good. It
I
was
know.
so and this is why I wanna read the book because it's so well written. When you get
Mhm.
Mariah and Michaela Angela Davis together, they're gonna tell you a story, girl,
Uh huh.
and it's good.
But it also
But
seems like it has more rhyming to it, so it's more of a
mm,
kid's book. There is more
yes,
creativity involved.
yes, absolutely. But, I once again was a little clutching my pearls when Mariah was manhandling that child's book.
Why?
Girl, she was flipping it and
Oh.
turning it, and the pages were all getting bent and fingerprints everywhere, and she's, like, bending it backwards, and I was like, "Girl, please be careful with that." It's like I just can't handle when Mariah manhandles her own merchandise
She doesn't
because
care.
to me no, she don't care. She has 1,000 of those books just laying around collecting dust in the closet.
Mhm.
Whereas to me, I'm like, everything Mariah, like, I don't even let people touch it unless I have a second copy. "Oh, this is the copy there, you can touch this. You can flip through this." Like, "No, don't put your hands on that." So it just gives me high anxiety when Mariah manhandles and flips and twists and bends and breaks her own
I
merchandise.
know.
It drives me nuts. But
That
we
did
got
happen.
through it, and Mariah gave us a fabulous dramatic reading, so I loved that moment of the Jimmy Fallon.
I know, super fun. So make sure you check it out on YouTube if you haven't done so yet. It's worth
Yeah.
watching. Um, she looked great, looked comfortable with Jimmy. So yeah, it was good. Little
Yes.
shout out to Rock and Roll on there too. We got to see
Oh,
them.
yeah. Oh, yes, yes. And so she was on Jimmy Fallon at night,
Yes.
and then just this week, she was up during the early morning hours over there with our Gayle King.
On my favorite morning show, CBS. Now I'm disappointed. Oh, can we talk about the whole CBS moment? Actually,
Okay, yes.
okay, because I was watching it in real time because that's my show,
Yes, that's your regular
my
go-to.
regular morning show. Wake up at the morning, put that's the first thing I put on. Catch the news, see what's going on. My Nate wasn't on today.
Oh, no.
I know. I
Was
wanted
he out
Nate.
doing, like, election voting coverage or something?
Oh, they said he was doing something on the road. I was like, oh man, this. I wanted everybody who knows that I promote the show to go experience the and Gayle experience because they're also really funny together, Nate and Gayle.
Mhm.
So I was like, oh damn it.
He's
Anyway,
not there.
but we got a good interview at Mariah's house with Gayle. Again, talking about the
Mhm.
Christmas book and how Mariah growing up and her experiences. Again, super fun, super cute interview.
I love it, and again, I'm looking in the background.
Same, we're
I'm
back
like,
in the
"What
house again,
like,
looking around.
where in the house is this?" Because it almost the way that they, like, have that camera set for those wide angles, it almost looks like they built that set, but, like, that's her actual house, and all of those are her actual awards.
No, Gayle said they're in the hallway.
Oh, are they in the hallway? That's why it
Yes.
looks like it's so, like,
So
sort of
narrow,
so
yes.
narrow, but, like, you can see, like, all the photographs on the walls.
Mhm,
You can see all the awards, all that
mhm,
kinda stuff. It's
mhm,
just so fabulous. Mariah's house is just rich,
mhm,
luxurious,
mhm.
fabulous, and we cannot forget to talk about the fashions here on
Again, the earrings, amazing earrings.
again, that's when I'm like, Who is giving her this fabulous jewelry?"
Yes.
It's so interesting, and it works so well.
Mhm,
That dress, it was a balmain dress,
mhm,
gorgeous,
mhm.
civilized.
Yes.
I'm sick.
I
I can't handle it. It's gorgeous.
Uh-huh. They look like they're having fun together, her and Gayle.
Yes, yes, of
Cute
course.
interview again. Sort of like we're on the book promo, obviously. So it's just fun to see Mariah talking, having a good time. She seems
Right.
comfortable again on camera.
Mhm. Yes, yes, and she's giving all the beauty, all the beauty. But then, okay, the thing that Mariah was sort of hinting at
Oh,
on Jimmy Fallon
yes.
is, I think, our biggest news of the week, which is gonna close out the show for us here.
No, wait. Okay, hang on. Pause that
Okay,
news because I want to go
okay,
back to CBS.
okay.
So we do the interview for people who didn't watch it in real time or just watching the clips on YouTube on the actual show in the morning. So we do Mariah. Coming up after the break, Derek Jeter's in the studio.
Oh, he's in the studio there.
Yes, yes.
Oh, get out.
He was there.
What was he talking about?
He is doing an apparel line. He has a new sports apparel line that he's
Yes, yes,
collaborating with, and Misty Copeland is one of the people on the team, I
yes, she's
guess.
she's doing, like, I guess, the female, or
Yes,
women's version of his athletic apparel wear line.
exactly. Yes.
So fascinating, right?
So shady CBS producers bringing him on the same day as
Oh my
Mariah.
goodness. Oh my goodness. That was interesting because I remember seeing a clip saying that he was gonna be on the show. I didn't know
Yes.
he was actually gonna be there, so he had to watch that segment with Mariah.
Yes, he had to watch it. It would have been on in the green room.
Right, exactly.
Yes.
Interesting,
Juicy scandal.
interesting.
Anyway, but Gayle didn't ask him about Mariah. They talked about his kids, the apparel line, what he was what he was up to. I sort of was tuned out, but I just thought funny.
Very interesting, very interesting.
And speaking of Misty and Gayle, if you're in New York City, there's a place called Symphony Space here in New York. It's on 95th Street. Gayle King and Misty Copeland are doing a sit down talk because Misty has stuff coming out. So
She has a new book
a
coming
new
out.
book. Yeah, so
Yes, so she's gonna sit down with Gayle.
with Gayle.
I would be there. I would be
I'm
there.
thinking about it. I might go.
You should go. You should
Yeah.
definitely should go.
Uh-huh. Um,
Be good
you know,
good conversation.
friends of Mariah.
Duh. Mariah adjacent.
Exactly,
Oh,
exactly. But
okay,
back to CBS, back to the interview.
yes. So on Jimmy Fallon, she starts hinting that she talks about her shows in Toronto and New York, and she's like, "Oh, they might be on streaming and whatnot." So the lambs instantly go crazy.
Didn't she say like wasn't it like more vague than that?
Yeah, because she's always vague. She was like, "Oh, it might be
Might be
streaming, it might
something, might be
not.
something.
We'll have to wait and see, blah blah
Right.
blah."
Uh-huh.
She wasn't trying to give it away because
Mhm.
CBS has the exclusive announcement.
Yes. Yes, yes, yes.
Yes. So we're all sitting here watching Gail and Mariah talk about the Christmas princess and looking at all the cartoons, and they point out, their favorite page with little Monroe as the fairy and whatnot. And then boom, they hit it with us.
I know. So, if you cannot make it to any of the 4 Christmas shows coming out, you can watch it on streaming. They're gonna turn it into a special.
Yes, a 2-hour special on CBS prime time
Television
or television.
for the public.
Yes, for everybody. And if you have Paramount Plus, you can stream it on demand
Uh-huh.
or you can watch it live
Uh-huh.
on December 20th.
That's wild.
Ugh,
Huge.
big. We have not had a Mariah Christmas special in years. Years.
Right.
It has been so long. So I'm so excited because Mariah did mention also, I think it was on with Gal, that this is gonna be a different show. It's not
Yes.
gonna be how it was last time she was in Madison Square Garden, which basically was the Beacon show.
Okay, wasn't it sus how she's like, "Oh, the last show, if you've been to my other shows, like, the last show was just so much fun." I was like, "Yeah, I also went to the other 20 shows before that
Yeah,
show."
which was like,
That was all the same show.
this is the same show, girl. But this time, it sounds like it's gonna be an actual different set, a different lineup, a different everything. And she said she's gonna do some stuff that she hasn't done before. So, my lamb brain instantly starts a clicking and twicking and working. So This is what I think it's gonna be. Just so you know, I have an understanding of how, because it's 2 hours. So
It is
basically,
2
including
hours.
commercials, that's an hour and 40 minutes.
Okay, hang on. But do you think there's going to be interview chatty moments?
Well, that's what I'm getting to here, because
Okay.
we know that Mariah is not gonna do more than an hour
Mm-mm.
of singing and performing. That's
Mhm.
how the Christmas show has always been. Well, what has it been? Like an hour and 20 minutes usually?
About that, yeah.
Yeah,
Just
so,
over
like,
an
what,
hour.
just over an hour and 15 minutes, I think, from
Uh-huh.
beginning to end. Like, there's a lot of, like, talking moments. There's a lot of,
Changing
dance
clothes.
moments,
Mhm.
kids dancing moments. Remember the twins came out on their little
Mhm.
hovercrafts and they sing a Holly Jolly Christmas or whatever. So
Mhm.
there's that kind of stuff. But when you calculate the amount of time that Mariah is actually on stage singing, it's like 54 minutes.
Mhm.
So now
That's very
we got 50.
precise.
Okay. Now we got 54 minutes of Mariah singing. So let's just say an hour. We have
Okay.
40 more minutes to fill. Okay. So what is she going to do with that other 40 minutes? And this is
Uh-huh.
what I'm thinking, because our good old friend of Mariah, Jennifer Hudson, was on her talk show recently
Yes.
talking about her and Mariah. She was like, "Oh, I just got off the phone with Mariah.
Uh-huh.
We're talking about doing something for Christmas." So I
Yes.
think Mariah is going to bring on special guests.
Mhm.
Like, could you imagine Mariah, Jennifer, and Ariana Grande doing an "Oh Santa"
That'd be
for
cute.
the people at home on the CBS?
Cute.
They'll gag.
Because the people at home on CBS are not the same people who are at home with the Apple TV Plus.
Amen.
You
Yeah,
see?
amen.
New
Yes.
crowd.
Grandma and grandpa don't know.
They couldn't figure that out.
But when they're over there December 20th watching, Mariah Christmas special with their grandchildren,
Mhm.
oh, the whole family
Mhm.
gonna love it, because
Mhm.
everyone knows Mariah, Jennifer, or Ariana.
Exactly.
Generational.
It is generational. A generational moment.
Very I'm getting very, like, "Girl, can we see how this works?" So, I think it would be great if they came out and did, like, a live moment there at Madison Square Garden, but
And big for them too.
big.
Big.
Hello, huge.
Mhm.
And then I think there will also be pre-recorded moments
Mhm.
and pre-recorded
At
segments.
home in Aspen.
Exactly. Mariah with the kids for Christmas,
Mhm.
Mariah,
Mhm.
all that. Maybe, interview moments of Mariah. It will, you know what it's gonna be? It's gonna be around the world.
Mhm.
It's gonna be snippets, and you know what I mean? It's gonna be snippets of songs,
Mhm.
a little behind the scenes, a little interview, a little this, a little that. I don't think it's gonna be the whole concert from beginning to end,
When I was a
which
kid growing up on Long Island, here's my new book.
uh-huh, yeah, all of that,
All that stuff.
all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
But honestly, I don't care what it is. I can't wait, and I'm ready.
Same. It's gonna be amazing. Finally.
And I'm really excited because I'm not gonna be able to be there in person like you are, so you're
Mhm.
gonna see the show from beginning to end, and that is a moment in and of itself.
Mhm.
But I'm glad I can watch it on television and I don't have to watch the bootleg YouTubes.
Mhm. Exactly.
I'm so happy.
Yeah, yeah,
Ah,
yeah.
this is the best Christmas present ever.
Well, she's redeeming herself for last year's Christmas special.
Yes, exactly.
She's coming
And we've
back.
been wanting Mariah doing a streaming service for so long, and a concert,
A concert on
you
streaming.
know?
Yeah, uh-huh.
It's just like, how they're like, during the Nightmare era,
Mm.
there was that other Christmas thing that was streaming on the Netflix.
Oh, but that was kinda cute.
It was cute for the
I
moment.
wasn't mad at that thing.
I was a little bit mad.
You were mad?
I was a little mad.
What were you mad
The
about?
stage was this big.
I think I liked that little stage.
I like that she sang some of those songs.
Yes, like, God yeah, like,
Yeah, God Rest You
ye
Merry
that
Gentlemen.
one,
I
Hark
love
the
those things.
Herald.
Yes, those were cute, they were cute, but that was not the production we're looking. I wanted production, and this is gonna be production.
Okay, well, you know how she said she's changing it up? I think I would be low-key upset if she cut Hark the Herald opening.
Well, maybe she won't.
I hope see, now I hope that stays.
Yes, well, I think some things need to stay, but some things need to change.
Yeah.
And I think she's gonna give us really what we want. She's gonna give everybody what they want. So
Oh,
I'm
okay.
excited.
I got it. Because you know how she does Hark the Herald and then she goes into Oh Santa? Is that what this?
Is
Yeah,
it not,
wasn't it?
is Oh Santa? Oh, okay,
I
maybe.
think it was,
Is it
right?
Hark the Herald, Oh Santa, and then Christmas Baby Please Come Home?
Yes, yes.
Something like that?
She can do Hark the Herald because that's high drama for an opening song.
Oh, oh, the drama is everywhere.
We
Oh,
need
the
that
lighting?
as
Oh,
yeah,
oh,
the curtain going up, the reveal,
yeah,
drama.
everything.
We need that. We need
Yes,
that.
mhm.
Go into sleigh bells because we're gonna do Oh Santa later as a moment with Ariana and Jennifer.
Oh,
You see, so we got to switch out
see?
that sequencing.
Yeah. Well, now I'm excited to see how she's gonna do this.
See,
'Cause you need the ups and downs, you need the drama, you need the ballads, you need the bops,
yes, uh-huh,
you need the dancing.
yes,
Oh, this is gonna be fabulous.
I know. It's gonna be
I
good.
really cannot wait. I really cannot wait.
Same, I'm excited for
She's doing
Christmas.
it, and she's gonna look gorgeous. She's gonna look phenomenal.
Mhm,
With this team
mhm.
and the money, honey, there's gonna be budget. There's a budget.
Budget.
Somebody has a budget.
Exactly. The Paramount Plus budget, the Madison Square we're paying for the Madison Square so she can pay for this for all of this.
Yes, yes. It's true, but listen, it's gonna be worth it, and it's gonna be a festive season.
That was something I was thinking when the special was announced. I was like, "Wait, so I'm in the audience? I'm paying to be on the TV audience? So isn't it the other way around? It's supposed to be a free
Right,
audience for the TV production?"
right, right. But again, that's why I think they're not gonna do the whole show, like, from beginning to end.
Mhm.
It's gonna be really cut up into different it's gonna be around the world.
Yeah. Well, see, I'm curious if they're gonna film Toronto, New York, all 4 shows and cut up all the 4 shows.
That's what I was thinking as well,
Or is it just
and
Mariah at Madison Square Garden, Toronto is just the warm up, work out the kinks?
yeah, I think that's what it's gonna be. Because I think it's gonna be that I think they're filming both of the Madison Square Garden shows just so
Mhm,
they have more footage to use.
mhm. You
Um,
have to.
yeah, but I think, yeah, Toronto's the warm up just to make sure that everything but they're probably going to film Toronto as well just to see, the rehearsal of it all.
Maybe, yeah.
Maybe, who knows? I don't know.
See, now I'm like, okay, do I sneak a look at the Toronto's moments, or should I be surprised on the day?
See, well, if you don't sneak a look at Toronto's moments, you're gonna be spoiled on social media one
On
way or another.
Tuesday, I
It's
know.
gonna happen.
It's true. There's
Yeah.
no avoiding it, right?
There's no avoiding it. You'd have to, like, literally lose your electricity for, like, 5 days.
Yeah.
That's the only way you could do it. But either
Anyway,
way,
that's huge news, super exciting stuff. I feel like we
yeah.
can trust her after the last Christmas debacle.
Yes, yes, definitely, and if she's working with good partners, good
Yes.
people, it's gonna be great. I
Ap
think she's really gonna put on a great show.
Apparently Joseph Kahn is directing it.
I'm okay with that.
Boy, he's gotta redeem himself.
Yeah. Well, he will.
Yeah,
He will.
let's
That's all we can say.
he better not fuck this one up.
Listen, I'm ready. I'm ready. Whatever
Same.
it is, give it to me. Give
Mhm,
it to me.
mhm, mhm.
I want choirs, I want strings, I want orchestras.
This whole
Somebody got
circus, the whole circus.
yes, everything. Hello,
Yes.
come on now. So, the countdown is on. I cannot wait. Cannot wait.
Yeah. Okay. I think that's it for this episode. It's a little bit long, but a lot to pack in there today. So we're gonna stay tuned for more Mariah action. Come back next week so we can catch up. In the meantime, don't forget to support the show by joining our Patreon page. The link is in the description. You get more content over there. It helps us over here. And we'll see you guys next week.
Yes, thank you. Bye.
Bye.
The Mariah Report is produced and edited by Dan Enriquez and Martin Burgess. Hosted by Dan Enriquez and Martin Burgess. Graphics created by Sean Marks. Theme music created by Ereezy Beatz. Thank you to the listeners who support this show on Patreon. If you'd like to show your support or for more information, visit the show notes in your podcast app.